Did you meet General MacArthur?
No, I didn't get to meet him. I've got a light, Mr. Cameron.
No, that's all right. Got it.
Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 incredible performances from people who never acted before.
Well, then if you ain't my pa, I want my $200.
All my life I had to fight.
Look at me, sure. Look at me, sure. I'm the captain now.
For this list, we'll be looking at the greatest and most memorable movie performances from first-time and inexperienced actors. We aren't including film debuts from TV or stage actors on this list. To be included, the performer must have never acted before. Which was your favorite performance? Let us know in the comments below. Number 20, Julia Fox, Uncut Gems. This Adam Sandler-led crime thriller was one of the most acclaimed movies of 2019. It follows a gambling addict and jeweler named Howard who plans on selling a special opal to pay off his exorbitant debts.
That's $1 million opal you hold, straight from the Ethiopian Jewish tribe.
Howard is married to Idina Menzel's Dina, but he's also seeing a young woman named Julia on the side. Julia is played by first-time actress Julia Fox. Fox was working as a clothing designer, photographer, and Playboy model, and she earned the role through her personal connection with writer-director Josh Safdie, whom she had known for about a decade.
Did you know them beforehand?
I did, yeah. I knew them for, I want to say maybe 7 years or something, and they've been talking to me about this role for 5 years.
Fox performed exceptionally well, and she more than handled her own next to screen veteran Adam Sandler.
I'm sorry if this has anything to do with me, but I swear I really didn't do anything.
I wish you were nicer to me, though. It was not nice what you did to me.
I try, but it's really hard.
Number 19, Alexei Kravchenko, Come and See. Young Alexei Kravchenko was just 14 years old when filming started on Come and See, and he gave a performance of an experienced actor 3 times his age.
Я воевать сюда пришел, а вы меня за придурка держите. Косач, косач, я не косач, ты что, чмурела?
Based on the novel I Am from the Fiery Village, Come and See is an anti-war film that follows a teenager named Fliora, who joins the Belarusian resistance movement in Nazi-occupied Belarus. It's one of the most brutal and uncompromising World War II films ever made, and it's made even more impactful through Kravchenko's incredible lead performance. Kravchenko later joined the Soviet Navy and wouldn't appear in another movie until 2000, when he starred in the Russian Christmas film The Christmas Miracle.
Там дети! Люди с голоду дохнут! А мы что, не люди? Люди воюют! А вы на печи сидите!
Number 18, Sydney Flanagan, Never Rarely, Sometimes Always. This drama was widely acclaimed as one of the best films of 2020. It follows a 17-year-old girl named Autumn who discovers that she is 10 weeks pregnant.
If it's positive, is there any way it could be negative? No. A positive is always a positive.
Not wanting the baby, she travels with her cousin to New York City to get it taken care of. Autumn is played by Sydney Flanagan, who won numerous awards for her breakout performance.
The sonogram I did before, they definitely said I was 10 weeks.
Where was that?
Back in my town.
I have a feeling that it was inaccurate.
Flanagan had reportedly met the movie's writer-director, Eliza Hittman, while Hittman was filming a documentary at a communal home that Flanagan's boyfriend was staying at. It certainly proved a fortuitous meeting, as Flanagan is now the award-winning star of a widely acclaimed movie. Number 17, Jason Schwartzman, Rushmore.
I'm sorry, did someone say my name?
The son of Talia Shire and a member of the legendary Coppola family, Jason Schwartzman has always been in the Hollywood elite. However, his acting career didn't begin until he was 17 years old.
You remember how I got into this school?
Yes. You wrote a play.
That's right. 2nd grade. A little one-act about Watergate. And my mother read it and felt I should go to Rushmore.
Wes Anderson was looking for a lead in his new movie Rushmore, and the movie's casting director met Schwartzman with some help from Sofia Coppola. Schwartzman was eventually cast as protagonist Max Fisher, a 15-year-old teenager who was put on academic probation and quickly finds himself entangled in a love triangle.
I've never met anyone like you. So you can take that for whatever it's worth.
The quirky film received strong reviews, and Schwartzman became a frequent collaborator with director Wes Anderson.
Sic transit gloria. Maybe we'll meet again someday, when the fighting stops.
Number 16, Keisha Castle Hughes, Whale Rider. When Whale Rider was filming in 2001, 11-year-old Keisha Castle Hughes was forced to alternate between the movie's set and her Auckland school.
Why doesn't he want me?
Oh, Pai, it's not you. It's not even about you in a way.
All that work was undoubtedly worth it. Whale Rider opened to incredible acclaim, and Castle Hughes became the youngest person to ever be nominated for the Best Actress Academy Award, a record that has since been broken.
Papa! I'm back.
Not now, Pai.
But I'm back. I'm back.
It was one of the finest debut performances in movie history, and Castle Hughes would go on to appear in the likes of Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, and Game of Thrones, in which she played Oberyn Sand throughout Season 5.
We must avenge Oberyn ourselves.
Without Doran, we have no army to march against the Lannisters.
Number 15, Brady Jandreau, the writer.
You should lay off that horse's face a little bit and you wouldn't be putting his head in the air like a goose.
Directed by Chloe Zhao, the writer primarily concerns a young cowboy named Brady Blackburn, who recently suffered a serious head injury after being thrown from his horse.
She's good out there for a while, and till the whistle she got real trashy and started turning there by the fence, sucking back, and I went over the front of her and she stepped on my head, popped me out.
The Blackburn family, which consists of Brady, Wayne, and Lily, are played by the real Jandreau family. Brady Jandreau plays Brady Blackburn, and for an untrained and inexperienced actor, he does a superb job. The writer was named one of 2017's best films on various critic year-end lists, and while Jandreau didn't receive any significant awards, his stellar performance undoubtedly aided in the movie's strong reception.
What happened to cowboy up, grit your teeth, be a man? What happened to all that, Dad?
Number 14, Danny Trejo, Runaway Train. Danny Trejo is one of the most popular character actors in modern movie history, typically relegated to playing big, tough, gravelly voiced characters. Trejo spent most of his early life in and out of prison before landing a job as a youth drug counselor. One of his patients was working on the set of a movie called Runaway Train, and one of the movie's screenwriters recognized Trejo from San Quentin State Prison, where Trejo had gotten heavily into boxing. He was hired to train Eric Roberts for one of the movie's boxing scenes, and the director eventually gave him the role of boxer. It was a small role, but one that proved good enough to launch a decades-long career in film and television.
You can start over now. Be a real person.
Why do I want to be a real person when I'm already a myth?
Number 13, Arielle Holmes, Heaven Knows What. The Safdie brothers are really good at finding hidden talent. Like Julia Fox, Arielle Holmes also made her acting debut in a Safdie brothers movie, the 2014 psychological drama Heaven Knows What.
The reason we left you at that train station, so me and him could go to that train station.
The movie is based on Holmes's memoir, which Joshua Safdie encouraged her to write. Most of Holmes's life was mirrored in drug use and homelessness.
I guess I couldn't be mad at you, but I think in the back of my mind I'd always hate you.
She later worked as an unpaid intern in New York's Diamond District, which is where she met Joshua Safdie. Heaven Knows What is a captivating glimpse into Holmes's tragic life, and while it doesn't make for easy viewing, it's worth viewing for Holmes's performance alone. Number 12, Tatum O'Neal, Paper Moon.
Well, then if you ain't my pa, I want my $200. I want my $200. I heard you through the door talking that man. It's my money you got, and I want it.
At the 1974 Academy Awards, Tatum O'Neal made history by becoming the youngest actor to receive an Oscar, having taken home the trophy for Best Supporting Actress. She was 10 and she had never acted before. Director Peter Bogdanovich had worked with O'Neal's father Ryan in the past, and Bogdanovich's ex-wife recommended he hire Ryan and his young daughter Tatum for the roles of Mose Prey and Addie Loggins respectively.
You got an excuse for everything.
Could you blame me for everything?
If we were running out of Bibles, you should have told me we were running out of Bibles.
Well, we're running out of Bibles.
Well, then we gotta get new ones.
Then let's get new ones.
It certainly proved the right decision, as Tatum O'Neal's performance was widely acclaimed by critics, and she took home the Oscar and the David DiDonatello Award.
I told you I don't want you riding with me no more.
You still owe me $200.
Number 11, Stephen Prince, Taxi Driver. There's a scene in Taxi Driver that sees Travis Bickle buying guns from a very enthusiastic black market seller. Known as Easy Andy, this gun dealer is played by a man named Stephen Prince.
Look at that. Look at that, that's a beauty.
Prince was a personal friend of director Martin Scorsese, and he served as the road manager for Neil Diamond. Scorsese would later release a documentary called American Boy, a profile of Stephen Prince, which detailed his life as a heroin addict and his time with Diamond. Acting alongside the legendary Robert De Niro is no easy feat, but Prince certainly holds his own. For those unaware, Prince may seem like a seasoned performer and not a hotshot road manager.
That'll stop anything that moves. A Magnum, they use that in Africa for killing elephants. That 38, that's a fine gun.
Number 10, Gabourey Sidibe, Precious.
I'm going to have to suspend you.
They ain't fair. I don't do nothing. I do my work. My grades is good.
Something going on at home.
Gabourey Sidibe was raised in Harlem and worked as a receptionist before the release of Precious. The movie is based on Sapphire's novel Push, and it was co-produced by director Lee Daniels and Oprah Winfrey, among many others. To cast protagonist Clarice Precious Jones, the movie's casting director held an open call audition in New York. Sidibe attended the audition despite having never acted before.
They say I'm HIV positive. I ain't got nothing to write today.
That little fact didn't matter. She was eventually chosen over 300 others and earned widespread praise for her performance, earning both Golden Globe and Academy Award nominations.
No, I never knew what you was until this day. Not even after all them things you did. Maybe I was too stupid. Maybe I just didn't want to. You ain't gonna see me no more.
Number 9, Bria Vanitia, The Florida Project. This drama, co-written and directed by Sean Baker, concerns an unemployed single mother and her 6-year-old daughter living in a shabby motel near Walt Disney World.
Gotta make sure what?
It's the right amount. It's a simple thing.
I just counted it. I can't count? You think I can't count?
Playing unemployed mother Haley was Bria Vanitia, a Lithuanian-born actress who was discovered by director Sean Baker through Instagram. Baker got in contact with Bria, and she commenced 3 weeks of acting classes before filming began.
Are you excited? This is so much better than TV. When I take a picture, you know, I want to send it to Ashley. Stand right here. Smile, girlfriend.
The movie premiered at Cannes in the spring of 2017 and earned instant acclaim, and Vanitia received numerous award nominations, including the Chicago Film Critics Association Award for Most Promising Performer. She later earned a role on Netflix's The OA playing Darmy.
You sure that's it? You can order more. I told you anything you want.
I actually want extra bacon. Lots of bacon. And fresh jelly. Don't forget that.
You got all that?
Number 8, Quvenzhané Wallis, Beasts of the Southern Wild. Keisha Castle-Hughes set the record for the youngest performer to be nominated for Best Actress, but Quvenzhané Wallis broke it. In 2012, she starred in Beasts of the Southern Wild, playing a 6-year-old Louisianian girl named Hush Puppy.
Don't you cry.
The movie was shot on location in Louisiana, and a 5-year-old Wallis lied about her age to audition for the lead role, the minimum age of eligibility being 6. She impressed the casting director with her reading, screaming, and burping on command. Yes, burping. And she was given the role of Hush Puppy.
If I drink all this here, I can burp like a man.
She subsequently became the youngest person to be nominated for Best Actress, being just 9 years old. Number 7, Hang S. Noor, The Killing Fields. Cambodia native Hang S. Noor was a practicing surgeon and gynecologist when Phnom Penh was overtaken by the Communist Party of Kampuchea.
They kill a lot of villagers. He says Meru soak rags in gasoline and push them down villagers' throats and set the rags alight.
The regime persecuted intellectuals, so Noor was forced to conceal his job as a practicing doctor. He and his wife were later thrown into a concentration camp and stayed alive by eating insects. His wife later died giving birth, and while Noor could have saved her, doing so would have resulted in his entire family being killed. He later moved with his niece to America and, wishing to honor his wife's legacy, starred in The Killing Fields, a movie about the CPK's brief reign over Cambodia.
Welcome to New York. We got it.
Perfect. Breakout, perfect. Blue.
His performance was widely acclaimed, and he won 2 BAFTAs, the Golden Globe, and the Academy Award. Number 6. Hossein Sabzian, Close Up.
همه اینها رو میتونم دقیقاً هم در ذهنم دارم هم میتونم بکنم بازیشو بکنم.
Like Heaven Knows What, the Iranian film Close Up tells a real story starring the real people involved. The movie revolves around a man named Hossein Sabzian, who conned a family by pretending to be Iranian movie director Mohsen Makhmalbaf. Writer-director Abbas Kiarostami read about the story in a magazine and contacted the parties involved, all of whom agreed to recreate the events for a piece of docu-fiction.
یه خودی داره انسان که روی اون ناخودش محبوسه که خود نهانه ورنه روح هم عیان است تا اون روح بیاد
Close Up is a wonderful bit of cinema verite, and Sabzian proves wickedly captivating as the complex and complicated protagonist.
با یه چشم دیگه نگاه کنیم. انشالله خوب بشم و باعث افتخار ما بشم بعد از این.
Number 5. Yalitza Aparicio, Roma. In 2018, Netflix proved its movie might with Roma, a Mexican drama that follows a maid named Cleo Gutierrez. Playing Gutierrez was newcomer Yalitza Aparicio, who had previously worked in a school with a degree in early childhood education.
Ay, señora Sophie. ¿Qué pasó? Es que creo que estoy con encargo.
Both Roma and Aparicio's lead performance were praised, and Aparicio received a slew of award nominations, including an Academy Award nomination for Best Actress.
¿Sabes? Se parece a mi pueblo. Claro, allá está seco.
The movie and performance also landed her a spot on Time's list of the 100 most influential people in the world, with director Alfonso Cuarón calling her, quote, a force of change and empowerment for indigenous women. Number 4. Oprah Winfrey, The Color Purple.
I know what it like, Miss Seeley. Wanna go somewhere and can't.
In 1985, Steven Spielberg ditched the wondrous, kid-friendly adventure and science fiction that he was known for and directed a period drama called The Color Purple. It's based on a Pulitzer-winning novel by Alice Walker and concerns the troubled life of an African-American woman named Celie Harris. At the time, Oprah Winfrey was serving as a popular morning talk show host in Chicago. The show would later become the iconic The Oprah Winfrey Show.
I had to fight my daddy, I had to fight my uncles, I had to fight my brothers. Girl, child ain't safe in a family man's. But I ain't never thought I had to fight in my own house.
But before that, she starred in Spielberg's The Color Purple as an abused but tough housewife named Sophia. The performance brought Winfrey wide acclaim, and she was nominated for both the Golden Globe and Academy Award.
Why you cry?
'Cause I don't know y'all no more.
Number 3. Jennifer Hudson, Dreamgirls. Aside from some small-time community theater performances as a child, Jennifer Hudson did not have any acting experience when she was cast as Effie White in Dreamgirls. Rather, she had pursued a career in music and famously appeared on the 3rd season of American Idol. Despite placing 7th, the show made Hudson a star. As Effie White is one of the most iconic characters in Broadway history, hundreds of singers auditioned for the part, including Hudson, Raven Simone, and fellow American Idol contestant Fantasia Barrino.
You're lying, 'cause you're knocking off that piece who thinks she's better than everybody. She ain't better than anybody.
The role went to Hudson, and she won the Academy Award, BAFTA, Golden Globe, and SAG Award for her work.
You're the best man I'll ever know. There's no way I could ever go. No.
Number 2. Barkhad Abdi, Captain Phillips. The Tom Hanks-led Captain Phillips tells the true story of the Maersk, Alabama hijacking, which saw the cargo ship boarded and hijacked by Somali pirates.
Just business. We want money. When we get paid, everything gonna be okay.
Playing head pirate Abduwali Muse is Barkhad Abdi, who himself was born in Somalia. By the early 2010s, Abdi was working various odd jobs in Minnesota and attended a casting call for the movie in Minneapolis.
After this, I go America. I always wanted to go America. Go to New York, buy a car.
He was eventually chosen to play Mousse and faced the enormous undertaking of acting alongside Tom Hanks. Some may argue that he even outperformed Hanks, including the Academy, who nominated Abdi for Best Supporting Actor but failed to nominate Hanks.
Look at me, sure. Look at me, sure. I'm the captain now.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Anna Paquin, The Piano. In 1993, a young Anna Paquin starred in Jane Campion's period drama The Piano. She played Flora McGrath, the daughter of a mute woman who was sold into marriage by her father.
We can't leave the piano.
Let's not discuss this any further. I'm very pleased that you arrived safely.
Mother wants to know if I could come back directly for it.
Paquin learned about the role after her sister read about the open audition in the newspaper. The 9-year-old Paquin went on to try out and impress Campion with a particularly great reading of one of the movie's monologues. She was eventually chosen for the role over thousands of other children, and her performance was immediately noted as a standout.
Actually, to tell you the whole truth, Mother says most people speak rubbish, and it's not worth the listen.
In fact, she won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress at the 66th Academy Awards, making her the second youngest winner in movie history. Before that, Paquin had only played a skunk in a school performance.
Where's your mother? Where's she gone?
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.